That is stunning.
Oh,
Loved
there
it when I first heard it. That is Blue Scar and Aimee Britannia with their track Underwater, which has been doing absolutely brilliantly. And joining me on Zoom is Blue Scar and Aimee Britannia. Good morning.
Hello.
Morning. Morning.
Now, I know they've been chatting to each other off air. Now they've both gone shy all of a sudden.
Yes.
It's great to see you both and to chat to you both again. So we last spoke in January, which is when you had Underwater out, and it had literally just, I think, been released just a little bit before I spoke to you. So tell us about what happened with that track, because you're both independent artists, and that track has just gone from strength to strength, hasn't it?
Yeah, I'll feel this one. It's yeah, it went mad, didn't it? We spoke to you in January, didn't we? And since then, it just got picked up by so many different radio stations. I mean, obviously, I had to approach them and ask the questions and stuff, but it featured in independent charts. It's streaming wise, it just went crazy, really, and it's still carrying on. So it's been really pleasing just to see watch it grow, and not just over here in America. It sort of took off a bit as well with the A Break chart that we secured the #1 spot on, and that really has helped push things along. So it's been a bit of a whirlwind, really, and but great timing for a new song to come out as well on the back of that success.
So, Aimee, last time we kind of missed you halfway through the interview.
Yeah.
And you appeared
Yeah.
towards the end. So tell us, how do you feel how this the last release, before we talk about the new one, tell us about how you feel Underwater has done.
Well, it's my best performing song yet. I mean, God, what are we on? Like 80,000 streams now on Spotify.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I feel so grateful because, he's really good at the networking, getting on radio stations, things like that. But I had my first ever interview in person. Then I had my radio interview with you, which I overslept half of it for. But it's been so amazing. It's been global. As Blue Scar said, we got #1 on a break. We also charted on the NAS chart as well, independent chart. So I mean, it's my biggest song yet, and hopefully I can just climb up from there. But yeah, it's been amazing.
And I have to say, those notes you hit on Underwater are incredible.
Oh, thank you. Well, it's just, I was barely feeling confused at the time, and as I've said before, the song's sort of about guilt and about not really knowing where to go. That's why I say your head's on the water and that you make the wrong choices and things like that. So it just came very naturally. I'm so glad that people love it so much, because it means that they resonate with it, and that it's not a happy song, but I'm glad that it's caught some people's heartstrings a bit.
Now, you're both writers and producers in your own right, aren't you? Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes. So how did you two actually meet up? Are you anywhere near each other at all, or do you do everything sort of remotely?
Well, we do
We're not that
most.
far, are we? But yeah.
Yeah, we do it mostly remote. I mean, Blue Sky, you found me on SoundCloud and TikTok, but I happen to be based in Liverpool, and he happens to be based in Manchester, isn't it? So, yeah.
So rivals then, football-wise.
Rivals, definitely, but I think we complement each other in our music, don't you think, Blue Sky?
I think so. Yeah, we did a quiz, didn't we, on another radio interview? It was a Manchester and Liverpool quiz, and I lost on. It was a music quiz. I couldn't believe it. And she's like, I don't know anything about UK music, 'cause I'm from South Africa, and I was
Yeah.
sure I was going to win that, but no, I lost. But no, we're not rivals. We're good pals anyway, aren't we? Actually, and
Yes.
it's just great to be able to work with someone who's just like on the same page. Really, like we both know exactly what we want to do in a situation, and there's no messing around. It just sort of gets done, and it comes out really well in the end. I mean, we say about writing and stuff. I mean, Aimee writes literally everything. She can do pretty much anything and everything. I'm fairly limited in that I'm more music based, but when
No.
we put our heads together on a track, it does seem to come out well. So I'm pleased with that.
Yeah, Carl, he does all the production first, and he's very analytical. He's very precise about how the music should come out. And I usually hear the song and more about the feelings, more of the artistic, wild artist, So I'll do the vocals, I'll do the writing, I'll give it back to him, and he'll do a couple tweaks, and that's it. That's our process, really.
I'll spend hours just looking at snare drums and kick drums, so my bit's not that exciting, to be fair.
Well, I have to say that considering there's I think it's over 100,000 songs are released every day, which is unbelievable. You two as independent artists have done absolutely brilliantly to get your music out there and get the recognition already. And that was with Underwater. And we're going to move on to In Your Power, which is the brand new track. Just want to ask Aimee, when you get your vocals come through, do you ever feel like they're gifted from the universe because they come out so quickly? Do you get that spiritual thing? Because I've asked lots and lots of songwriters this, and most of them say, that happens to me. It feels like it comes from somewhere else.
Well, what I like to do is I've got a day job, which is why I'm out and about normally. But I like to practice in the park. If I've got a day off, I'll go in the morning. Sing amongst the birds. Hopefully, no one really hears me. But when I go home and I record, it just it comes out. I think just like art. When you're painting, drawing, I like to just be in my element. Obviously, it does come from within me, the feelings and things. But people do say I've got a voice of an angel, so I don't know. I was born with it, but thank you. It just the feelings come out, creativity comes out, and I'm very proud of what I do. And
Absolutely, she does have a voice of an angel, doesn't she, Carl? Yes.
I have a voice of an animal, unfortunately, but I'm quite good at making nice patterns on a computer. So there you go.
He's not doing any backing vocals anytime soon.
Oh, absolutely not.
So this brand new track, which is called "In Your Power," which is out on Friday, and it'll be out across all socials, so you can stream it and get hold of a copy. Are you going to be selling copies of this? Is it on Bandcamp or anything else, or purely streaming?
It's on all the streaming sites. It will end up on Bandcamp, but it'll be on as a free download probably.
Yeah.
Because it's quite difficult to make people buy something that they can stream for free elsewhere. But it'll be on all the other sites.
So tell us about this track, how it came together, and the theme of it.
So it sort of came up as a conversation really while we were doing Underwater, because it was let's see how this one goes, and if it goes well, we'll do another one. And then it was just trying to find the right tone of the song. But I gave Aimee loads of options and said, look, I'm quite flexible in what style we can look at here and what we want to do. But so here's a folder full of different instrumentals that are in the first stage of mixing, and see what you think of any of them. And she timed it so that she was away on holiday back in South Africa at the time. So that was lucky, because I wanted to do something a bit more summery and upbeat anyway. And it was summer in South Africa when she wrote most of the song. And then that's where she then takes the magic and takes a quite a boring instrumental and makes it into a decent song. And then the stuff I do afterwards is just the really boring techie stuff. But all the magic comes from her, really.
You can say your own bit there. I know she's gone very humble. So
just trying to embarrass her on the radio.
The thing is, I have to write and sing about, place that I am in my life. It's got to be authentic. It's got to come out naturally. So Blue Scarr did give me a couple options, instrumental wise, and I picked that song because although I wasn't on holiday, I was a bit in a low place, to be honest. And so In Your Power, it's more about if things aren't going well in your life, you can't turn to alcohol, you can't turn to drugs, you can't turn to those things. It's sort of about finding the power within yourself. So what I say is, you can't fight me, because my demons guide me. And I know that can sound a bit dark, Illuminati, but I promise I'm not going to sell my soul, not going to join a record label. But it's more about saying that all the bad things that have happened in my life have guided me to find the strength within myself, and that you can't fight me, you can't cause me trouble, because I've made that peace within me already. So yeah.
Well, the original instrumental was called Uprising, I think, wasn't it? And that sounded a bit military, really. So the new name is better. It's better, doesn't it?
Yeah, thank you.
From both of you, tell us what it is. Tell us what's great about being an independent musician and how people can support you.
Well, I love it so much because I feel I have control of my own music and of my own vocals and everything that I do. No one's telling me what to do. No one's telling me to dress a certain way or act a certain way or be a certain way. And I feel like a lot of the entertainment industry is just about that. You know, what sells the most, what's in, what's on brand right now. And I just love, you know, if I feel one way a certain day, I can be that, and there's people that are supporting me in that way, because I do think that, you know, every person, we're not just one single thing. We can be sad one day, happy one day, we can be goth if we want to, we can dress colourfully. So I just love the freedom that I feel being an independent artist, and I think that people want to support that because they also want that freedom in life and to express themselves in any way they wish at any time. I think that's so empowering.
I think
What about
times have moved on
yourself?
as well, haven't they? It used to be that if you were an independent singer or musician, you'd have to probably burn a load of CDs and take them to the pub and try and sell them to your friends. But now you can
Yeah.
upload your own music to distributors. You can go on Instagram and promote, and you don't really need any help. Sometimes you just need that extra lift, don't you? And that's why I'm always a massive advocate of like joining up with people and helping each other out, because you can all lift each other, I guess. But yeah, you can control your own destiny, can't you? I guess that's the
Yeah.
point with being independent.
Keep your own money as well.
Yeah,
What little money
absolutely.
there is, yeah.
Yeah, whatever money there is,
Yeah.
but that's why it's important.
50p off Spotify, yeah.
It's important to like music, as I always say, go and like the socials. That is completely free, and sharing, because sometimes when people write stuff, and it takes a long time to put music together, and it isn't just about the writing, it's all of the putting the stuff up there, getting the distribution, you know, you're doing the artwork, you're doing everything. And then
Yeah.
your own family sometimes just go, oh, when's the next song out? And you're like, this one's just only just been released.
Yeah.
And it's
Please listen to this every day,
yeah,
thank you.
please listen to it. Even you know, I think the great thing is when you get, and you both will have this, is when you get those messages from people that you don't know that go, I love that track, and that makes everything worthwhile.
Yeah, they're the best ones, yeah.
Yeah.
That is the best. When you feel that you've made a difference in someone else's life that you don't even know who they are, but you made their day a bit better. That for me is just everything.